Liverpool need at least 4 to 5 signings this summer to recoup what we have not gained in the past 2 summers, as Liverpool has not spent really anything for about 2 years now. And so I'm going to break down who realistically those 5 signings are going to be this summer, and I'm going to tell you at the end why I think it is actually realistic, because I've got some historical data to back that up. So let's dive right in. Start with number 1. It's Milos Kerkez, coming in at about 40 million pounds. I know a lot of people have kind of tried to peg him at 50 million, but I think if Liverpool can get this deal done for about 40 million, I think that'd be a really good bit of business, and it would solidify that left back position for a long time. Kerkez is, strong, pacey, direct. He's kind of got that bulldog mentality, and he can contribute to attack. So very good with the ball at his feet, very good passer. And I think this guy coming down that left wing, kind of like Andy Robertson back in the day, would be really, really good. 40 to 50 million pounds, I think that'd be a really, really good bit of business. And Liverpool need a new starting left back. I think this is one position where this season, maybe more than anywhere on the field, we have kind of clearly defined we don't really have a guy in the current squad to come in behind Andy Robertson and be that starting left back. So Milos Kerkez in at 40 million. I think also, just my opinion, this is probably the most realistic signing that I think is going to happen this summer. Just everything floating around around Milos Kerkez. No other team is really linked with him, but Liverpool are very heavily linked with Milos Kerkez, so I think it's going to happen this summer. All right, number 2. We need a new flex defender. We need a new Swiss Army knife, and I think that's going to be Jorel Hato. This guy is really good. I know he's coming from the Dutch league, but shown a lot of signs that Liverpool would be a good fit for him. He's a good leader. Liverpool tend to bring in players that have really good, strong leadership capabilities. There's a lot of national team captains in our squad right now, and I think Jorel Hato could be a future Dutch captain. Who better to bring in to study under Virgil van Dijk? And this guy can really play anywhere on the back line. He's a good left back. He's a good center back. He could be back up to Kerkez. He could even be back up to, Konate or Van Dijk on the back line. He's not the biggest guy in the world. I think he's 6 foot or 6'1", but already has a lot of skills, and he is a good young understudy to basically take over potentially when Virgil van Dijk is set to leave or hang up the boots in the next couple of years. And I just think for 30 million pounds, it'd be a really good bit of business. Really, really good bit of business. So that's number 2. Number 3, we need a new striker. I think that's really clear. I think everybody knows it. We need a new starting number 9. So you bring in Cunha or Ekitike for 40 to 50 million pounds, and I think you've got yourself a new starting striker in this Liverpool side. Either one of those guys, I think, would feast. I think you would have, whether it's Cunha or Ekitike, you'd have another player with some gravity to take away some of the focus from Mo Salah, which we're seeing now that most teams just want to double or triple team him. And so you put a Cunha or Ekitike up front, and you're going to have a hard time stopping both them and Mo Salah. And then, of course, you've got Cody Gakpo on the left, or, if Diaz stays. But just more gravity up front. A striker who can kind of create for himself. All right, that's number 3. Let's dive into number 4, Liam Delap, okay? Now, I'm not saying bring in Liam Delap to be Liverpool's starting striker. I'm saying bring in Liam Delap to be a Premier League proven scorer who could be the number 2, maybe behind Acuna or Ekitike. Someone who's durable, someone who's strong, someone who's got pace and power, who can create goals out of nothing. That's Liam Delap, and by the way, he's an Englishman, so you get another English player on the team and get some of that homegrown talent. But I think Liam Delap, I've heard a lot of people say, hey, we don't need to be picking players off of relegated teams. Well, Liam Delap is really good, and what could he do in a better team, right? He's scored 12 goals, 2 assists this team on a very, very poor Ipswich team that are going to get relegated. So what could he do in a side like Liverpool? How many more chances would he get? I've been impressed by Liam Delap this season, and I would not be sad to see us go out and get him as someone who can contribute and someone who can probably contend to be the starting striker throughout the season. So he's also young. And again, at 30 million pounds, I think that's a pretty good deal for Liam Delap. All right, who's number 5? This guy that I'm about to show, I think is really exciting. And I think he just feels like a Liverpool player. And that is none other than Angelo Stiller. This guy is starting to get a little bit more traction and attention across Europe. He is a German defensive midfielder. I'm going to show you some of his stats to show you why I think he would be such a good fit for Liverpool. He's a German defensive midfielder, and this would relieve a lot of the midfield pressure, right? It maybe would give us another player who can take some time off of Gravenberch, who can give Gravenberch a rest or give McAllister a rest. And I think this guy has what it takes to be a really good Premier League player. Let's look at some of his stats. Just look at these. So this guy is one of the best passers in all of Europe. Look at these stats. I mean, just incredible. He completes passes, short, medium, long, all over the pitch. Loves to progressive pass. So you've got, maybe put this guy up against like a Curtis Jones. Angelo Stiller is going to progress the ball. That's just what he does. Look at that total passing distance per 90, 96th percentile. So he's not afraid to pick out the long balls. I think this guy sitting in a deeper role for Liverpool, he might allow guys like McAllister and Gravenberch to get forward more, but he's also going to distribute the ball really, really well. And if we are indeed without Trent Alexander-Arnold next season, this is the type of guy we need in our squad. Someone who's going to pick up the ball deep and spray it all over the field, spray it up to the attack. This guy would be so good. I think it'd be so good for Liverpool. Look at this. Expected assists, 96th percentile. Passes into the final third, 8.8 per 90. That's in the 97th percentile. Man alive, that's good. Woo-wee. Give me that guy. Give me that Angelo Stiller guy. He's also really good with the ball at his feet. So carries, total carrying distance, progressive carrying distance. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes, and he likes the ball at his feet. He puts a lot of touches on the ball, so he's not afraid to have possession, and that's a key part of Arne Slot's system. We've seen that with Virgil van Dijk. He's the passing leader in the Premier League season. He has the most passes out of any player in the Premier League. And a guy like Stiller, not that we don't have midfielders right now that can do this, but he comes in and he gives you that control in the midfield when we have possession. So it's very, very good. And then, again, some more passing stats here. Good crosser, through balls, 91st percentile, live ball passes, 97th percentile, and he can take some corner kicks. So, Angelo Stiller, he is a baller, and I don't think it would cost that much to bring him in. So let's do the kind of net spend here. 40 million, 30 million, 50, 30, and 30. That gets us to about 180 million pounds, and that's just what those 5 would cost. I expect some outgoings this summer that could potentially even match that amount. And then, you look historically, Liverpool's probably their biggest summer ever was when we bought Alisson Becker, Naby Keita, and Shaqiri. We spent around this amount, 170 to 180 million pounds. And, that was on 3 players. If we can bring in 5 for that amount and, maybe we get rid of a few players, sell a few players, raise some funds to maybe fund a 6th signing in there to fill in some of those gaps. Maybe it's Dean Huijsen, which would be really, really nice. That would be really cool. Or maybe it's 2 strikers or 3 strikers. I don't know. So I think those are 5 really realistic signings. Let me know what you think in the comments, because I'd love to know what you guys are thinking about this stuff as we get nearer and nearer to the summer of 2025, when Liverpool are reportedly set to make some big splashing signings.